BBC News. Hello, I'm Tom Watts. A large statue at Hong Kong University, which commemorates the Tiananmen Square massacre of pro-democracy demonstrators in Beijing in 1989, has been removed from the site it has occupied for more than 2 decades. Construction workers worked overnight behind plastic sheeting to dismantle the 8-metre-high copper statue called the Pillar of Shame. Its Danish sculptor, Jens Galschiot, told the BBC he feared his artwork would be damaged.
I think it's necessary to put it in pieces to get it out of this area. And this is the reason I offer to come there and take it down and help them to do that, because it's not possible for people who don't know anything about sculpture to do that. And they have refused to contact me at all. So now I think they have just put an ordinary construction firm. We can see this is ordinary people that don't know nothing about art. They only know something about breaking things down.
The work, which depicts piled-up corpses and anguished faces, was one of Hong Kong's few remaining public memorials to the Tiananmen Square killings. The European Commission has launched legal action against Poland, saying it has serious doubts about the independence and impartiality of its constitutional tribunal. It's the latest episode in the long-running dispute about the Polish government's sweeping changes to the judiciary, which the Commission says violate the core EU value of judicial independence. From Warsaw, here's Adam Easton.
The Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki repeated an argument he's made in the European Parliament and quite often recently, that the Commission and the European Court of Justice are overstepping their powers and basically meddling in the affairs of member states where they have no competence. And he has basically flat out denied the claims made by the Commission today. Mr. Morawiecki insists Brussels has no mandate, basically, to tell Poland how to organise its judiciary.
The head of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, has warned countries not to simply rely on booster shots to overcome the global effects of coronavirus.
No country can boost its way out of the pandemic, and boosters cannot be seen as a ticket to go ahead with the planned celebrations without the need for other precautions.
Dr. Tedros warned that wealthy countries were rushing to give booster jabs at the expense of poorer countries, which are still trying to offer initial shots. Daily cases of coronavirus have topped 100,000 in Britain for the first time as the Omicron strain continues its rapid spread. Britain is one of the worst affected countries in Europe. Elsewhere, Belgium is tightening coronavirus restrictions after Christmas, while Spain plans to make mask wearing compulsory again outdoors. World News from the BBC. Tunisia's former president, Monsef Marzouki, has received a 4-year jail sentence in absentia. A lawyer for Marzouki, who lives in Paris, said she did not know why he had been sentenced, but the state news agency said it was for harming the external security of the state. Marzouki recently criticised President Kais Saied's seizure of power in July and has called for protests. The UN Security Council has unanimously approved an American proposal to get humanitarian aid to the 23 million Afghans said to be in desperate need of help. The resolution allows aid to flow into Afghanistan for 1 year without violating international sanctions aimed at isolating the Taliban, who seized power in August. China has approved the merger of 3 state companies that process rare earth minerals, creating a new super entity that will dominate global sales in a key strategic industry. The consolidation of Minmetal's rare earth with 2 other state entities will allow Beijing to dictate the prices of rare earths, a group of 17 minerals used in consumer electronics and military equipment. China already controls up to 90% of the world's rare earths processing sector, creating anxiety for rivals. Scientists have uncovered evidence of a large prehistoric migration into Britain that may have helped spread Celtic languages. Genetic analysis of skeletons in southern England revealed the presence of Bronze Age migrants who probably originated in what is now France. Tom Booth is from the Francis Crick Institute in London.
It looks like that you have migrations of individuals and potentially groups of people into Kent from the Middle Bronze Age, which starts to change the ancestry specifically in Kent. And then between 1000 BC and around 800 BC, for the late Bronze Age, that ancestry disperses around other parts of Britain. And that could have involved movements of groups of people, just patterns of intermarriage between different parts of Britain.
BBC News.